Hi guys, welcome back to another Cool Movie Ratings video, and today we're continuing with the Back to the Future 2 review, and I just want to do the sequel, and I'm going to probably do the third one right away, because I have this series fresh on my mind for once in a, not a while. I always think about Back to the Future when it comes to favorite movies of all time, but I just want to knock these out so I can have them for you guys, because I always have loved all three of these movies. Well, I'll explain later. I didn't like one of these movies, but I'll explain that in another review. But Back to the Future 2, I loved it immediately once I saw it because I think that it perfectly follows Back to the Future. Is not as good, but honestly, it is very close to me, which is saying a lot because if you watched my Back to the Future 1 review, I mentioned how that movie means more than almost any movie in the world to me because it is the film that made me love cinema. And Back to the Future 2, I just was super excited because I thought it was Back to the Future was only one movie, and I didn't know that there was two others. And then when I realized it, we watched them, and I loved the second one immediately. And it's really funny because when I watched it, it was 2015, and it was right around the time when the movie was gonna be. Because my guess is that my parents had like seen the news because there was lots of stuff I remember on the news. I do remember this on the news in like October. I don't remember the exact date of 2015. There was like news articles coming out about how Back to the Future 2 was set on that date. So that's what made my parents. I'm pretty sure that's what my parents made, like gave them idea to show me this movie. But it was right around that time, and I thought it was really funny because they thought we were gonna have flying cars, and I was watching basically the present, what it was supposed to be, because I was 6 in 2015, and seeing people thinking there was gonna be flying cars and all this futuristic stuff. It's one of my favorite movies just because of that, and I think it's super funny. Movies that do that, and I put Back to the Future 2 at number, I think, 49 in my favorite movies of all time because I just absolutely love it. Or I may have even put it at 48. Um, and in this, you get amazing performances from all the returning cast: Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, and then this one you get Allie from the Karate Kid, Elizabeth Shue. She's great. She takes over from, I think, the original actress's name was Claudia Wells, and she plays Jennifer, and she makes Jennifer one of the main characters of this series. And I think that Elizabeth Shue is one of the greatest actresses from the 80s because of Karate Kid and Adventures in Babysitting, and she's great in this one. And I just absolutely love the continuation of the Back to the Future. I see some people over the years, they don't really like Back to the Future 2 because they think it's too sci-fi compared to the first one, which I've never seen that issue. I think it's great. Stuff like Jaws 19, the holograph coming out and almost biting Marty is one of the, or like he thinks it's gonna bite him, is just one of the funniest things ever to me because before I even watched this movie, um, before I even watched Jaws, I watched this movie, and then I watched Jaws, and I was like, oh, Jaws 19, I think that's really funny, but, I absolutely love the score in this time. It's another amazing continuation, basically a continuation of the Back to the Future score by Alan Silvestri, who comes back and does this one. And as I mentioned in the first review, he's just a great composer, one of the greatest of all time. And you get returning director Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale doing amazing stuff. You get Robert Zemeckis obviously directing the movie and giving it so much comedy, and also some more dramatic elements, honestly. I think that the first one is a little bit more dramatic than this one, but you got some dramatic elements, like Marty's dad, like, getting killed by Biff, which, that shocked me to the core the first time I watched that movie, because I did not expect that they were going to go there. But Biff is by far the best in this movie than he is in any of the movies. He's not really in 3, but you kind of know what I mean if you've seen Back to the Future 3. I think that the actor who, I can't even think of his actor still. I had that problem in the first review. I have to look it up after this one. But I think that this is probably Biff's best he's ever been in this movie, because I've seen people point out that, like, he's way more involved in this one. Yes, he definitely is. But I think it's great how much they time travel, because they go to 2015 and then back to 85 and then to 1955, and that's where it ends. And I like that it jumps back and forth, and I really like in the second one, you get to, like, look in on Back to the Future happening, like, the first movie's happening, in the second movie. It's kind of weird because, like, Marty's watching himself, like, on stage performing Johnny Be Good, and, I just absolutely love this movie, and there might have been a time where I preferred this to the original, but, I would say that I love all three of these movies so much, almost equally, but the first one will always be my favorite. But Back to the Future 2 is another 10 out of 10 movie for me. And I think that these three movies are endlessly rewatchable. And I feel like if I watch the first one, I have to watch the second one, then I have to watch the third one to finish it out. And I hope they never make a sequel or remake to it because this is such a perfect trilogy, and I think it will never be beat. If you make another movie, I think it'll just ruin it. I don't think you could make it any better, honestly. But Back to the Future 2 is one that I would continually love and watch, and I love the futuristic elements, and I just love it. And it's a great 80s movie. So, thank you guys so much for watching this Cool Movie Ratings video, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.